Hello YouTube, this is Total War Seraphim bringing you the 14th game of the FIB, that's the Faction Inheritance Battle. Today I'm going to be bringing you two great battles between TWR Bobi playing as Massalia and Skinnyboy of the BARD clan playing as Tylis. I do have some caveats at the end of the game, so let's jump right into it. Alright, well, we're going to take a look at Skinnyboy's army here playing as Tylis. Like I said, there are some caveats that I wanted to say at the beginning, at the end of the game, and I'll get to them. But I don't want to ruin the game, and I think it's quite exciting. So let's take a look at his mainline infantry. Out here on the left flank of Skinnyboy, he has Levy Freeman acting as a meat shield with a Thracian warrior. He's got a tribal warrior, two tribal warriors, an Oathsworn behind, a Levy Freeman making up the core, a tribal warrior, a Celtic warrior acting as a meat shield, a tribal warrior, another tribal warrior, a Levy Freeman acting as a meat shield. Out here on the right flank, he has got three raiding horsemen, a Levy Free, and a Thracian warrior, and an Oathsworn general. So let's go take a look at TWR Bobi's build here. From what we can see, he's got up front, he's got an axe warrior, two axe warriors, a third, and a fourth. He's got a Massilian hoplite general, and one Hippeus lancer on the left flank, and one Massilian cav in the center. So let's play and see what other units reveal themselves. So right off the bat, Skinnyboy is content to start moving his raiding horsemen to go see if there's any units hidden over here for Bobi. Indeed, he can. He spots already the main contingent already. We have a Celtic warrior, 2, 3, 4 Celtic warriors backed by Massilian hoplites, one Hippeus lancer, and a Massilian cavalry. So this is very interesting. Bobi has split his forces into two main forces using this main structure. Again, thanks to Yawning Firefly for choosing the map. And so Skinnyboy is forced to come off this hill and decide how he wants to divvy up his army and in which direction he wants to attack. The raiding horsemen are going to sit out here and don't seem to be eager to engage quite early. The Levy Free and the Celtic warriors here, the Thracian warriors, are being split off to the left, and it looks like the majority of Skinnyboy's army is moving towards the left flank. I think this is intelligent in that if you can overload one flank quickly enough, then it may not give Bobi time enough to respond. Another raiding horseman is left out here, presumably being left until late game. Bobi does not seem eager to engage as he pulls back his Celtic warriors and his Massilian hoplites. His Massilian cav and his Hippeus lancers could also be potentially checked by these three raiding horsemen. But Skinnyboy is eager to advance, and so he does with his line of tribal warriors and Oathsworn. He does move away this raiding horseman, I think, just so that he doesn't forget about it. Bobi sees this and immediately starts to bring this flank about in an effort to cut him off from the back here. The noble horse of Skinnyboy is being wheeled back here, perhaps to deal with this Hippeus lancer, who is, it looks like, going to get a charge into these Thracian warriors. The Hippeus lancers are going to drop pretty fast to those Thracian warriors if they don't rout, but it does look like they are going to rout. But the noble horse does get into them a little bit. Not too many losses, so a fair trade. The noble horse is being pulled away from the axe warriors, and rightfully so. Skinnyboy seems to be reconsidering switching about his flank, judging that there's enough distance between them in order to engage this flank. And it seems to be that the Levy Freemen have got into it with the Axe Warriors, as the Tribal Warriors have also got mixed in with the Axe Warriors. Bobi gets a quick charge in here with the Hibeus Lancers, and that will hurt the Tribal Warriors quite a bit. The other Axe Warriors performs a rear charge on the Levy Freemen, which are not going to last very long. The Thracian Warriors are going to get in here cleanly, but may not be able to reach a target. The rest of Bobi's army is being wheeled around in an attempt to deal with the units, as the rest of the units are being moved from the far side back towards the center here. Seems like the Axe Warriors don't want to engage too long, as these Tribal Warriors were in shield wall, and so they could pull away without taking any losses. This raiding horseman getting a little cheeky, get some shots into the Massilian hoplites while it can. Very, very sneaky, but it must be careful that these Axe Warriors don't get a jav toss on it. So here, the Levy Free are going to take the meat shield of the Celt Warriors as the Tribal Warriors engage with the Celtics, and they should do well there, provided they can get into shield wall. These Tribal Warriors are going to get into it with the Celtic Warriors and the Massilian hoplites. Thracian Warriors here, getting into it with the Hibeus Lancers. If they're left in prolonged combat, they should turn out alright, but now the Celtic Warriors and the Massilian Cavalry are being brought into that engagement. Out here, we have a Axe Warrior being overly engaged by a Celtic Warrior and a Thracian Warrior, the Noble Horse being wheeled away where it's more useful. These Levy Freemen do get into the Massilian Cav, and the Noble Cav of Skinnyboy are going to get into them. So this is going to be a losing combination for the Massilian Cavalry. This Tribal Warrior is being caught up on this Massilian hoplite, and it does seem to be pulling through in order to get into these Hibeus Lancers. Again, the raiding horsemen being brought up from behind to be a general nuisance as they fire on the Massilian hoplites. This is a very large and sprawling fight, but all across the board it's kind of hard to tell who's winning. The Oathsworn general is going to get a clean charge into these Axe Warriors, and those Axe Warriors are just going to absolutely disintegrate on that charge. While out here, the Axe Warriors are going to be more than a match for these Tribal Warriors, which are surrounded and outnumbered. The Massilian Cav is going to perform a quick charge into this Oathsworn just so that the Massilian hoplites and the Celtic Warriors can get into it. Out here it seems that overwhelming force has been used against this Massilian hoplite, and even in shield wall it probably won't last too long against all these raiding horsemen. The Massilian cavalry is breaking, and this Oathsworn has gone into headhunt and shield wall, while this Hibeus Lancer is going to get a clean charge into this Noble Horse, which is unfortunate for the Noble Horse, who is going to drop. But in prolonged combat, it may be able to draw out this battle. Notice too that this Hibeus Lancer is in trample and has now lost it, as this Tribal Warrior is being brought in for support. They get a charge into the Oathsworn, who is being swamped at the moment by the Massilian hoplites, but the raiding horsemen are content to stay out here on the flanks and harass as much as they possibly can. It's incredible use by Skinnyboy of these raiding horsemen. This Axe Warrior looks like it's about to break, and this Noble Horse is being brought in for a devastating rear charge. against the Hippias Lancers who seem on the verge of breaking, as well as the Massilian Hoplite General. Looks like these Axe Warriors did make it into the Raiding Horsemen. Hopefully Skinnyboy is able to pull those away before too long. The other Raiding Horsemen, again, just working on the flanks, taking shots into the flanks wherever they can. He seems to be macroing, Skinnyboy seems to be macroing these units extremely well. And these tribal warriors, excuse me, these Oathsworn being in shield wall, allow for other units to pull away from them without taking too much of a loss. This noble horse is going to get a rear charge into these Axe Warriors and will allow the tribal warriors to charge the Massilian Hoplite. This Oathsworn has about 49 men left and is taking on the Massilian Hoplite, who has 72 men left. And this Raiding Horseman gets a quick rear charge in there as well. Out here it looks like the tribal warriors are going to lose to the Massilian Hoplite with the combined axe. And the Oathsworn pulls away from this fight as the Massilian Hoplite was in shield wall and gets another charge in here, which is going to be absolutely devastating to the Massilian Hoplite, who I think would have won that without that extra charge. And here the Raiding Horseman is again brought in for a nice rear charge, bringing that Massilian Hoplite's numbers down quite far. It's now in yellow morale, losing that battle. Raiding Horsemen again here just standing out on the edges, waiting for their chance. Celtic Warriors are being brought back in, Massilian Hoplites as well. This tribal warrior is in combat. Combat seems to be even, but the Oathsworn is brought in here in a rear charge against this Massilian Hoplite, who is now going to lose decisively. The Raiding Horsemen need to get in here and need to disrupt these rear charges, and so they do against these Axe Warriors and get a devastating rear charge into their flanks. But the Massilian Hoplites are going to quickly join that battle and perhaps turn that tide. The Raiding Horsemen out here content to take shots at these Celtic Warriors who've now taken a lot of damage. The Oathsworn General of Skinnyboy is now starting to rout, as well as this Massilian Hoplite, and Skinnyboy's General does rout, so it's not looking very good for him at the moment. Though he does have this noble horse and these Raiding Horsemen, he still retains his mobility, so he brings a overwhelming charge of the Raiding Horsemen and takes out that Celtic unit. He now piles his units into this mass of Massilian units in an attempt to break them, and does so fairly well. He is now going to cycle charge while he shoots in flaming ammo against this Massilian Hoplite, though it's not quite losing. Combat is about even, though the Massilian Hoplite is about to break. But it stabilizes at the last moment, so Skinnyboy wisely pulls out his units, the noble horse stabilizing there at the last moment. Bobi's in a bit of trouble here in that he's lost all his mobility, and it's imperative that he get rid of these infantry units as quickly as possible. Another cavalry charge into this Massilian Hoplite, who is being attacked in the rear and is in yellow morale, though the tribal warriors stabilize just in the nick of time, though they start to break again. The Massilians do pull away from it, as these Massilians are engaging as well. So now the tribal warriors get another attack into the Massilian Hoplite, causing even more damage. This Massilian Hoplite is going to be ganged up on by all the Raiding Horsemen, and it is losing decisively. It is being attacked from all angles. Is a great move by Skinnyboy, and down to 11 men. It is unlikely that Massilian is going to survive, and so it does not. They're quickly brought in here in a rear charge and attempt to break these Massilian Hoplites, who then begin to waver, but does not shatter. One Massilian Hoplite with 40 left against a variety of Raiding Horsemen. What an exciting game. What an absolutely exciting game. So it looks like he's going to bring another quick rear charge in here. against the Massilian hoplite, but piecemeal. I don't think that's probably the best way to do it. So he brings in another angled charge, 36 men. It goes into shield wall, which allows him to pull away his men, which allows Skinnyboy to pull away his men, and he gets a nice rear charge in here and drops it down to 29 men. The Massilian hoplite, Bobi, allows for Skinnyboy's raiding horsemen to pull away, and they pull away to all different angles. We have active, and winded, so perhaps he's going to give him some time here to rest. Bobi's Massilian hoplite has only 27 men left. And he's playing a game of which way to angle himself so that he does not take a charge in the rear. Seems like Skinnyboy's doing a bit of picking off units here and there just to tip the balance bar a little bit farther in his favor. So again, this is Skinnyboy's game to lose, in my opinion. So he's resting his units, and here they go, right for a frontal charge, but are pulled away at the last moment. So it looks like he's trying to catch him in the rear with the very first charge. Bobi repositions his hoplites to face this raiding horseman, but is unable to face all directions, and so finally he gets a nice clean charge right here into the middle. And oh, what a great attack that is. 24, 22, 20 down almost 10 men on that charge. What a great battle. I just want to say thank you very much to both players. Let's take a look at how the units did. For Skinnyboy, his Oathsworn had 262 kills. His noble horse had 161 with 2 chevrons. His raiding horsemen, 137, 89, 96. Unbelievable stats, 75. His Celtic warriors acting as meat shields got about 23 kills. Levy Freeman getting, one getting 31 kills. Quite impressive. Oathsworn, 126 kills. 56 kills for this Thracian, 32. For this Thracian, 76 for the tribal, 136, 47, 216, 55. For Bobi, the Massilian hoplite, we have 91 kills, 98 on this Epeius Lancer, 156 on this Epeius Lancer, and I know from personal experience that Bobi uses these Epeius Lancers devastatingly, and he's definitely has that charge down and blade balance. This one has 93, this Massilian Cav has 45, 41. For the Axe Warriors, he has 53 kills, 16, 84, 209 kills on this Axe Warrior with double chevrons, 83, 71 Celtics, 40, 116 Celtic Warrior, 39, 217 on this Massilian Hoplite, 115, 161 tanks that those Massilian Hoplites are. So my caveat that I wanted to say at the end of this game is that Skinnyboy brought one extra melee unit too many, and this game was originally scheduled to be replayed, but both players were too busy. But I thought it was too good of a game not to show. Unfortunately, the replay was never scheduled and never occurred. But it didn't matter since both players moved into the finals. So if we're all lucky enough, we will be seeing both of them again in the very final bracket. And I should also state that this is the very last game in the group section of FIB. So from here on out, I'm hoping for some co-commentary from Juju Bear. We will be covering the finals of the FIB. We will crown a top fibber, if you will. So anyways, this is Total War Seraphim signing off. Be well.